kinds of events today. And I must say, I appreciate that generous introduction. At the last one, the person started out with, and here's a person who needs no introduction, and then spoke about a little bit longer than I had planned to speak. But I do appreciate it very much. This is a very important milestone day for Michigan State University and for the program. And anniversaries are times to reflect on beginnings and the vision not of me, but of a lot of people across the campus who believe that together we can do more than simply staying in our individual silos. And that it was important to be truly interdisciplinary. And not to say it's just science and social science, but the humanities, the health, wellness, all those kinds of issues needed to come together for a coherent program in environmental science, public policy, both for our near-term geographic environment and for the world. And that was the big idea. It was also important to think about that big idea in the classic land-grant approach that whatever we were going to do, we had to do it with the most cutting-edge knowledge and with the deepest of caring in our heart, that the impact of our work would be for those across every class and not simply oriented to specific individuals or specific targets or specific places. And that's a responsibility we all share in doing these programs. Putting the two together is a very, very difficult task, and one that we should take great pride in the progress of this program and I think the progress of the university. I also think it's important to think about the evolution of this program, the new people in the room, faculty, staff, and students, who began their work at a time when, if you were just to predict what an institution would do, would not necessarily have started in the worst economic time, sustained over a long period of time in the university system. That says something to you about why this is core to who we are and what we do. Because in those times, you, in fact, go back to the things that mean the most to you. And what the collaboration, the purposes, the underlying scholarship means the most to us. And this program has grown and flourished with great leadership, with great commitment that we really do celebrate today. It's also a day to recognize that they were kind enough to issue the climate report on their anniversary. It is very, very insightful on your part to pick this day to do that. And it just underscores the work that we have to do. Not simply for the planet, but for the people on the planet. And the kinds of challenges that we'll face as those numbers change and grow. And if you just think about the numbers of people on the planet now who are in energy low environments, that will probably become energy more demanding environments. And then all the new people on the planet will come over this long forecast. It does require that we look at these issues very assiduously and today. And that really is the purpose of the program. So finally, it's been a pleasure, Barb, to work with you and Donna over the years. Your sense of what it means to be a great university, whether you sit in arts and humanities or have sat on the board of trustees and looked at this in different ways. That all of us together have to come around these really fundamental issues. And that all of us together have to take a responsibility for making it better. So some might have been surprised that this was an area of your passion. And I know there are a lot of people who are trying to figure out a way to target your gifts. But through all of those conversations, and this is not the only point of generosity, there was this sense of how we together make a huge difference. How we together make a huge difference. I know you've been impacted by your travel. I know that you're impacted because you're both avid scholars, great readers, thinkers about the plight of humankind. and understand very fully that the purpose of this program, as it brings together science and policy, is at the nexus of the solutions you would like to find for the world. So thank you very much for your confidence in us, that we have the heart, the intellectual capacity, the determination, and the tenacity over a long period of time to be sure that your